Hello, welcome to another episode of Stories of Significance, where we bring you content with context. And this morning, I am humbled to host none other than Mr. Justine Rotah. Just go right ahead and tell us, who are you?
Like you've said, my name is Justine Rotah. Yeah, I am a creative. I'm an innovative person. My brain always thinks of something every time. So let's just say I'm a creative and innovative person.
Okay, so where does Justine come from? What is your background? Where did you grow up? Which number are you in your family? What are some of the experiences you went through growing up that have shaped you to be the creative that you are today?
So Justine Rotah was born in Mombasa. I was born in Mombasa while we were still living in Chuda, around Kiziwi area. And then we later moved on to Ganjoni, where most of my childhood was brought up there. So between 2004 to around 2016 there, I lived in Ganjoni. But now my home area where my parents were born was actually my ancestral land. Our ancestral land is Homa Bay. Homa Bay, Kanyadiang. Yeah, Nyangajo village.
How often do you go to Kanyadiang?
Kanyadiang.
I know that's another English name, but
It's a bit mbadala. Yeah, I try to get time, but you need to pay bills. You have to, the economy, the way it's crashing nowadays. Yeah. So you have to choose between to go home and never come back or stay relevant.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I'm also you also asked about the number in my family.
Yes.
I'm the fifth born.
The fifth born.
The fifth born and the last male child.
The last male child.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Boy child, eh?
Boy child.
You decided to come fifth and close the boy child season.
Exactly.
So how has been life being raised in Mombasa? Some of us just traveled to Mombasa and we made it home, but this is where you were born. How has it been, your experience?
The experience actually was nice. The weather actually is also something that not many people experience it along other parts of the country. So also the friends I've made, the schools I've gone to, the network I've created within the coastal region is very promising. Yeah.
Okay, so where did you study?
I went to Railways Nursery, then Sparky Primary, then Sacred Heart Primary School, then Ganjoni Primary School, then now went to St. Joseph School, Rapogi High School. Yeah.
And campus?
Campus Technical University of Mombasa.
You must have loved Mombasa a lot. Everything still ends up to be in Mombasa.
Mombasa, exactly.
What did you study at Technical University of Mombasa?
At Technical University, I studied Bachelor of Technology in Analytical Chemistry. Yes.
And are you doing any analytical chemistry? Because today we are in your studio, I don't see chemistry around.
Okay, you see.
Maybe the creative part, but the chemistry part, I'm not seeing any analysis.
Okay,
Yes.
In chemistry, analytical chemistry does not only teach you about analysis of chemicals, but also analysis of everyday life, data analysis. We also did forensic analysis. You see, can you be able to detect whether between the two criminals or the two suspects, who was the one that created or who is the criminal? Exactly. So analytical chemistry helps us to analyze everything. The same way I was able to analyze the coastal region and realize that there are not so many awards in this area and not so many events. People say Mombasa imelala. So now you have to, even in business, you have to analyze what is it that, which product are you supposed to bring in to the market and how well will it go? Yeah. The same way with soft skills, we've realized we have startups, we have entrepreneurs, we have motivational speakers, people you need to interview and let people know about their story.
Yeah.
So we had to do an analysis first. Is this guy really up to our standards, maybe, of our program? Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Justine. So let's go back. Let me be more serious.
Yes.
I think I was joking before.
Yes.
You said in your introduction that you're a creative. What inspired you to, and maybe before you respond to that, what is it that you do? We need to know, what is it that you do on a day-to-day basis? What is your brand?
Okay, what I do in a day-to-day basis is, first of all, I used to focus a lot on suits. Yeah, and then I've done suits since, I think, around 2016 till today. Yeah, but also I realized there's this creative part of me that I'm not exploring, which is photography and videography. So photography and videography is what currently I'm doing in my day-to-day life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the Pwani Golden Awards?
Okay, Pwani Golden Award, I told you, I'm an innovative person. So I've been nominated in so many awards. I think over 5, but I never won in any of those awards. So they say if you can't beat them, join them. So most of these awards I was nominated, I used to go to Nairobi, but I never used to get the chance to win an award. So the last award I went to was a 4-year Global Awards in Nairobi, 2021. I was nominated, went for it I think in September. When I came back, I was in my room and I was like, why don't I do something? The same thing I experienced there, why don't I do it here? So like I told you, my mind always runs, and I cannot rest if I have not accomplished that idea that has come into my mind. Even if I won't achieve it 100% the way I was supposed to achieve it, but at least I made an effort to make it come into a reality. Yeah.
So that's why you started Pwani Golden Awards. This year will be
the 3rd edition.
The 3rd edition.
Exactly.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.
Should I apply?
You should. Yeah, definitely.
And I should win. Because I am sure you don't want me not to win, then I go back and say, you know what, I'm going to start my own.
Well, I'm good. Actually, we are trying to encourage as many people as possible to apply, because this event is not only about winning, it's also about creating a networking environment for business people and the creative industry. So most of the time we get like finding this time to sit down like this and do such a talk is not something that comes easy, because sometimes I'm busy, sometimes you're busy, you're engaged, and you find that even before we decided to do this interview, we had started organizing this. I think now it's now 2 months or yeah, and finally we're here. So now the event, in as much as we're celebrating each other, it's also a platform to meet some of the creative and business people in the industry that you've wished to, you longed to meet, and you finally had meet them through the event. So it's also like a networking event.
Yeah.
All
right, great to learn this, Justine. Let's explore further your creativity now. What inspired you, and at what point did you choose to pursue creativity? What inspires you to focus on creativity among all other things that you can be able to do?
Okay, I can say I discovered my creativity since I was in nursery school. So when you were in nursery school, you were given those transparent books, transparent papers, and you were given also an assignment to go and draw some birds and monkeys. So when I went home, my dad helped me draw 2 crows. And I saw the way he drew the crows, and actually our parents are the one who are doing for us the assignments, the nursery school thing. So when I went back to school and I saw the way my dad had drew, that was already, my dad actually is one of the inspiration behind my creativity. So then as I went to KG2, KG3, we started being given those transparent books and papers, and we were told to trace those photos in those books. So you had to trace them. We give to the teachers love them. Some people, in as much as they were tracing, they were not tracing them as good as I was tracing. So and then I later on stopped tracing, I started drawing, I started focusing more on drawing those storybooks, Cinderella, Pinocchio. I used to take a whole book and draw it in my exercise book and write the whole story down.
Yeah.
So I used to be the drawer, for example, of the class. If the teacher would say, who is going to draw for us this mango tree on the board or this banana? And most of the time I used to sit at the back. So everyone would be like, they'll be looking at me, expecting me to go and draw. So I can say my creativity has been like that since I was a small kid. Yeah, through art.
All right.
Yeah.
And then since now 2016, you decided to take your creativity into suits. Now you've moved to photography and videography.
Yeah.
You have won golden awards. What are the challenges you face in all these things?
Okay, I can say as a person, as a young man below age of 30, most of these, let's say like Pwani Golden Awards, the first time I did it, people said it's a scam because they realized the guy behind it is a person who is just 25 years old. So the challenge is getting people at their 60s to believe that someone in their 20s can actually come up with a good idea and make it happen. So that's one of the challenges. Another challenge is becoming a creative with minimal support from friends and relatives, and also inadequate capital to facilitate that creativity. So you want to move, to push it, you have to create a grand event, let's say Pwani Golden Awards, like BET style or like Met Gala. But you need a budget of 20 million to do that. But as you're talking, you only have a fuliza of 1,000 shillings. But now it's the belief and the confidence in yourself that in as much I have 1,000 bob fuliza, this event has to happen. I don't know how it will happen, but it has to happen. So the zeal and the energy is what now brings everything on board.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So far the events have been going on very successfully. I saw the last one for last year. You even had this celebrity called what?
Madam Boss.
Yes.
Akode.
No, there was the other one. I'm not very good with it. Yes. You must have really done serious work, and I have to congratulate you on that.
Yeah, thank you.
And also having secured City Mall as your event host, the venue.
Yeah.
So congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
With your 1,000 fuliza, you are doing amazing work. What if I give you 100,000? I mean, the results will be exponential.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that is all about entrepreneurship. No idea will ever become a successful idea until you face some serious challenges, including capital, including people not believing in your dream. And from where I see it is the more people don't believe in you, the more you get fuel to not to prove them wrong, to prove yourself right.
Exactly.
Because also sometimes you want just to prove people wrong. Why? Prove yourself right. Forget about the rest. So well done, well done.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you and I'm very proud of you. So how have you navigated these challenges?
I can say I'm a believer of faith, first of all. So I can say some of these things, we are not able to control them, but only God shows us the way and just sends people to our way. So me doing this Pwani Golden Awards, I can say God has sent some very kind people, some anonymous sponsors who have come on board and like, oh, we like your idea. We think if we give this support to you, we are going to make an impact to the community. Yeah, so for example, like City Mall is a prime place that even if you have your money, sometimes getting that spot is not easy.
Yeah. They can say no.
They can say no.
Yeah.
So the fact that I didn't have the money and they said yes to my idea actually tells a lot. Because the moment I released the venue as City Mall, people were like, okay, so this thing is serious. Now people now want to apply. And at that time, it's already too late. Yeah, so I can say God also has a way of sending the right people towards your side.
Yeah. So if you have a dream, you believe in it, you're pursuing it, God has a way of positioning, or is it juxtapositioning you to the right resources and people who will then propel you and push you to the right place. So far, how have you been able to use networking, partnerships, and collaborations as a tool for your business success? It could be from suits, it could be from photography or Pony Golden Awards. And what are your thoughts alongside those issues?
Okay, I can say everywhere you go or every project that you do it never goes to waste, because there's always someone who is watching it. And in every event that you go, you meet people, and those people could be someone somewhere. So as you go along the way, journeying through your adventures or entrepreneurship, you get to meet these people. So for example, I get to meet, for example, today, I meet someone called Johnson, for example. He's a videographer. And he's like, so you're the guy who's doing Pony Golden Awards. I'm offering to sponsor you this as a videographer, but I need you to market me as a videographer in your event. So what do? I'm coming in, my package comes in as 100,000 shillings. That's what I charge. What do you give in return as a sponsor? So that is how I do my network. I don't look for people who I don't know. I look for people first who I've met and convert them. Look for how I can monetize it without using money. So like I said, you can have 1,000 bob for Lisa, but now your network can be your net worth. Yeah. So through those people that I have, people can come on board as photographers. Like you saw last year, we had so many people coming on board as media partners, photographers. Some of them I don't know personally, but it's a friend of a friend. Exactly. Yeah.
Great. Now, have you experienced failure?
Yes, a lot.
Maybe for me, I'm very interested in the details.
The details.
So, maybe if you could pick one of it and just walk me through. Forget about the person who will watch this, but walk me through the journey and how you've been able to overcome it. Because most of the people, even we who are gonna watch this, they have great ideas, but the fear of failure makes them not to take the first step.
Okay, I failed so many times in so many businesses and ventures. One of my entrepreneurship ventures was events. So my first event was in 2017. Very successful. It was my first event and it was very successful. It had over 530 people. Yeah, we did it in Rotah. It's called the Denim Festival. So the dress code was denim, but we were partying. So I think at that time I was in second year at Technical University of Mombasa. So I decided to do the second one in 2019 and it failed terribly. It only had 15 people. So from 530 to 15 people.
What happened? Okay, I'm interested in those details.
The same thing, another event I did was called the Pizura Festival. So me and my friends did the first one. Almost all my events had like successful events had like at least 300 people. So we were selling pizzas on that event. There was no artist, there was no celebrity, just selling pizzas. So we gave them a good offer. We partnered with a hotel called Azura. So it was Pizza at Azura, so Pizzura Festival. So we sold over 500 pizzas because each ticket was giving you a free pizza. Exactly. So you're getting value for your money. So you got a pizza, but once you're in there, maybe you came with a family or friend. After you finish the first pizza, you end up buying a soda or a drink or another pizza. So how I was getting paid from that event was through the sales of the food and the drinks. So the first event, very successful. Now the second event also, Pizzura Festival.
The pizza ate you.
Pizza ate you. I think only around 18. I think around 18 people came. Yeah, from 300 to 18. So I learned from those mistakes that, you know, when you do the first event, you try to convince yourself, now I've created a brand. Now people know this brand. So I don't have to market it like it's a newborn. People already know it. So when I say it tomorrow, people will come. That's the biggest mistake I did. And if you see brands like, let's say Safaricom, it's a big brand, but every day they keep on giving you a new product. Even Coca-Cola, they market each and every day. So I was very fearful when I was doing the second event of Pwani Golden Awards, because all my second events were a failure.
They were flopping big time.
They were flopping, yeah. So I was like, numbers never lie. Data never lies, and I'm a chemical analyst. So I was like, let's just pray to God and see what happens. And it turned out to be like 10 times successful than my previous event. So yeah.
So what was the trick? Which element did you add into the process?
To
catalyze after the 2 flops of the events?
Okay, I realized I needed to plan things like very early, because like see the first Pizzura and Denim Festival I took 3 months. No, the first Denim it took like 3 months to organize. The second Denim Festival I took like 1 month.
Wow.
Also, I realized the team that you have on board also matters a lot. The kind of people you have in your circle to execute a certain idea also matters a lot. You could be having a team, but you're the only person who is propelling that team.
Yeah.
Everyone is waiting for you to be like, oh, well, CEO atafanya mambo, you get. So I realized working with the right people, they could be your enemy, but because it's business now, you have to come together and do this end goal, and everybody go home happy. Yeah.
Oh, perfect, perfect, great. And what is your most, which success or what have you experienced in success?
Yes.
So which one are you most proud of?
I can say.
And what is it that happened that you're most proud of it?
I can say the most success that I can confidently say was this event called Pwani Golden Awards.
The last year one?
From the first one.
From the first one?
Yeah, the first one, because if I tell you, actually I think the people were right to say it was a scam, because at that moment it was nothing. It was just an Instagram page with the name Pwani Golden Awards telling people apply. Yeah. So at that moment, I can say it was somehow a scam, because it had never happened before. It was the first one, and there was no face behind it. It was just a page with that. Then now, coming to realize, like, hey, this thing is becoming serious, because I opened a page. I had a page that had like 800 followers, and then I changed the name from one of my businesses to Pwani Golden Awards. And it was like a Chui Models page, I guess. So I changed it to Pwani Golden Awards. So after changing to that, then I put the category, over 100 categories. Political personality of the year, lawyer of the year, what of the year. Waking up in the morning, the page had over 3,000 followers.
Yeah.
So it was like almost like the Facebook story. when they went online and it blew up like overnight, just like that. So I had that fear because the page had like over 30,000 impressions, people visiting the page, very famous people following the page and following up on it. And I'm like, I'm just a 25-year-old guy who just opened a page. So what's next? So actually, I'm thankful to all those people who said it's a scam because they helped the event get known. Yeah, it was
Bad publicity could be good
publicity.
Yes.
Exactly. So there's no way bad publicity is bad publicity. It actually is good. Every publicity is good publicity. So I took advantage of that, and I was expecting now people to withdraw from the event. People who withdrew are the nominees.
Yes.
Yeah, some nominees withdrew. They're like, oh, get my name out of that list. And I don't want to be part of that event. But now, people who came on board were sponsors. Some of them are anonymous. People are like, in as much as people are saying it's a scam, I think this is a nice idea and I would like to support it. How can I come on board? Very big companies. So I can say the past 2 years, personally, I didn't take a lot of energy to look for the sponsors.
They looked for
me. So I can say if you have a good product, kizuri chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. Yeah.
Dawa ya mende.
Soda maji biscuits.
All right. This has been very inspiring.
Yeah.
So what are your plans? What are your plans before you hit 30? What are your plans? What do you want to achieve? I know we have Pwan Golden Awards this year as well.
Yeah.
I have applied, by the way.
Congratulations.
Maybe I'm using this interview to influence the votes. But if I deserve.
Exactly.
If only I deserve.
It's the people who decide.
Yeah, but so the question is, what are your plans? Where are you headed? And how can the people watching this video contribute to those ideas and the goals that you have and where you are headed?
Okay, I believe with money you're able to do a lot of things. With money you're able to influence a lot of things. You're able to help a lot of things. You cannot be able to help the poor without money.
Yeah.
So my dream is to become a billionaire by the age of 30. A billionaire. Right now I'm 26, so I have 4 years. I have a 4-year challenge for that. It's
actually some 3 years and some months.
Exactly. So I think we'll meet again after I hit 30 to see if actually this dream came true.
Now this is evidence that he cannot lock me out of his office. I hosted him in a show Stories of Significance.
Yeah, so my dream is to become a billionaire and to have a group of companies. My plan is to open over 100 companies and employ CEOs in each and every company that I open. So you see, like Pony Golden Awards, I don't want to be the face of it. I want to open it and put someone there to be the CEO or the director. Like I told you, my mind is always thinking. Next thing I've opened maybe a studio and I put someone there to be the CEO of this. So you get multiple streams of income from different businesses that are actually creating an impact to the society. Yeah. So most of my businesses are not only money making, but are trying to create something different in the community. Let's say events do not work in Mombasa, so we try and make something, an innovation that makes people want to come for events. Why people not coming to an event? Exactly. All so right. In as much as I want to be a billionaire, I want to be a billionaire changing people's lives. Exactly.
All right. Thank you, Justine. I think, I don't know if you have a parting shot, something you really want to share and I have not asked about it. I think it's the time you can face the camera, give it with a bang, and then we can call it a day.
So, this camera.
Oh, yes.
So what I can say, guys, a lot of times you come up with an idea and you actually, personally, you don't believe that you are able to make it, you know, become a success. Maybe because you have low finances, or because your age, because of your age, you feel you're too young to achieve that. Always remember, if you think you're too small to achieve big dreams, try spending a night with a mosquito. You'll see the difference. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an honor hosting none other than Justine Rotah, the founder of Pwani Golden Awards. And I believe that this year you can still apply, because we are doing this video just before it. Great insights. And indeed, you're not too young to pursue your dreams. Neither are you too old to pursue your dreams. So get out of the coach and do something for yourself. Do it big, do it great, and don't give up at every step. Learn from your mistakes, connect the dots, but always keep flowing forward.